Ayurveda says that a good routine is essential for the health and well-being of your child. Ideally, at a minimum, a routine means that children should eat, wake, and sleep at the same time each day. This gives your child a sense of structure and continuity, and it makes them feel stable, safe, and secure. Ayurveda also recommends an oil massage of your baby, especially a baby, and also of children, which benefits their nervous system, immunity, sleep, and growth. Basically, you rub oil gently over the entire body. In this case, we're not doing a deep tissue massage. You're not necessarily pressing into the muscles, but just gently rubbing the oil into their body. This abhyanga is recommended daily, especially during the first 40 days of life. If you're oiling a newborn, don't put oil near the cord because that could lead to infection. Oil in that area while the wound is healing can be problematic. If you have a baby that's a restless sleeper, a small amount of warm oil can be gently massaged on the baby's head and feet. Special training is required to massage a baby, and so consult a professional if you're looking to do something more like deep tissue massage. Be careful with certain areas and massaging certain areas, especially the fontanelle and the navel. Make sure you're prioritizing time with your baby, special time with your baby, especially when the child is a newborn. They're growing so quickly and they're changing every day. So you don't want to miss this special time of life. Of course, that's also a challenge for many families as both parents may need to work. So, but if it is possible, simplify down. Buy a used car instead of a new car so that your their financial demands are less. Make sure you create boundaries and rules around spending too much time with technology, including Facebook, texting friends, etc. Children need face-to-face contact with you. And you're also teaching them how to focus on people, how to focus on what's important. So it's better to focus on them and put the phone away. Studies show that getting distracted by the phone can disrupt bonding. So create some rules and boundaries around your technology use. Be wary of overscheduling your children's lives. Children need downtime. They need affection. They need exercise. They need time outside. They need, they need free time to explore, to imagine, to facilitate their own self-discovery. Kimberly relates a story where she worked at a daycare center for just 1 month before she really had to quit because there was a 3-month-old that came in every day at 8 a.m. and stayed there until 6 p.m. And this baby was crying nearly the entire day and had very dry skin. So she was just, moved to care for this baby and hold them almost her entire shift. And that got her in trouble with the boss and who thought that this was perhaps making the baby even more needy. And so that job didn't work out for her. What about discipline? People are afraid of traumatizing their kids these days, and so they avoid discipline. But most teachers and care providers know that kids actually like structure and boundaries, and they do well with them. So there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance between developing that good relationship with your child and also directing your child to behaviors that will lead to their own happiness. Moms may be hardwired to be psychologically traumatized when their kids get upset, especially if they're breastfeeding or if when there's that strong bond between mom and baby's upset. It's like electric shocks to mom's nervous system, and And so that can make it really difficult to discipline your child, and toe the hard line there. One resource that I found really helpful with my kids is Love and Logic. And there's a particular book called Love and Logic for Early Childhood Development that was very effective with my children. And within like 2 weeks of using it, there was just a noticeable improvement in everybody's mood, kids and parents. And so it was very positive. I also want to mention not just about discipline, but don't forget about training your kids. Disciplining your children is different from training them. When your kid's not doing something right, punishing them or giving them a consequence can be a good thing. But you also want to train them to do the right thing. Because telling your kid not to do something, kind of for an adult, when you say don't do that, the adult can creatively think of other options of what to do, but children have more trouble with that. And so what you want to do is show your child what to do, not just punish them for not doing things they shouldn't. Or, punishing them for doing things they shouldn't. So let me just give an example on this. When my kids were late to school for several days in a row, I had them, when they came home from school one day, I had them practice getting ready for school. And I stood there with a stopwatch and told them that they were going to keep trying to get ready for school until they could get ready in under 15 minutes. It took them 3 tries only, but they did it. And I had them literally put it back on their pajamas and do everything necessary to get ready for school and go out the door. And there I was standing right out the door with my stopwatch. They did it. And ever since then, mornings have been a lot less stressful. That means happier dad and happier kids. So in my family, we call these training sessions do-overs. So we'll do it over a few times, and I'll explain to them exactly, what the standard is, and then we practice it, and then they get it, and then we move on. The kids are eager to please. They want to participate, and they want to know that they're doing a great job too, and so it's positive all around.